Hello to all our friends in Tabo Totoki. I can't say it right. Actually, I don't know if you can. Sometimes you say it right, sometimes you say it wrong. I don't know what we're saying half the time, but we're back.
It's Tobo
We're
Totoki.
back, we're back. Tabo Totoki. And
Yes.
if you're seeing this right now, it's about a week after Thanksgiving for us.
Yes, it
Ashley's
is.
been driving me up the
Freaking.
wall this past weekend. But I'm sure I have
Okay,
also been doing
not
the same
this
to her.
past weekend. I think you're talking about the last 15 minutes because the amount of freaking technical issues that we've had. Well,
That's
I've
just a
had.
given. Anytime we hit record, I'm just expecting at least, whatever time we say, I'm adding 30 minutes so that we can prep for Ashley's camera readiness.
But it's not
I'm
just
more so
me.
talking. You guys know that feeling when like someone just tells you like, "Hey, I can do something," and then they never end up doing it, or they don't even end up telling you that they can't do it. You know that feeling? That's the kind of feeling that I have sometimes when I'm working with Ash, which is such a good thing that I love Ashley. Like I love Ashley. She's like one of my closest friends, one of my best friends. So even though there are moments where I want to seriously just fling my phone and smash the screen against the wall, well, that's a bit violent. It's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, what
but there
is
are definitely
wrong
moments.
with you? Should
There
I
are
be like
definitely
filing
moments.
a police report against you or
Well,
something?
honey,
Because
has there been anything that's
violent.
happened to you? Because I don't see any injuries on you. But it's
guess
okay. It's okay. We're all here in one piece. One
That
Piece,
we are.
great
Freaking.
show, by the way.
And
And
you should notice, which you've already seen it, but to our new fans, no more ugly squares. We got them painted, and I still haven't taken off the tape here, as you can see. So that'll be clean on the next one, and right over there. Yeah, we got a painted room. We went with a green, a darkerish.
we do have a clean painted room. I think it looks sick. I think it looks really nice, actually.
Thank you. Now I have to work on me. Okay, so just a little about me. Me personally, I don't like cold kind of colors. I'm more of the warm kind of house person. So like our room is like a brownish beige, looks really nice, cream colors, and I like a lot of greens and oranges. Hence why this is great. So anyways, you see, this is gray. This is cool. It's driving me nuts. My girlfriend's chair is gray, driving me nuts. Her desk is gray, again, driving me nuts. So I am like so focused on finding a bunch of art and rugs and whatever to warm the hell out of this room because I don't like cold. So anyways, you'll continue to see this entire transformation of this office as we go on. Just thought I'd say that PSA.
I feel like we've taken the first step in our journey together, not just as a reaction channel with Tabo Totoki, any of our Tabo Totokis out there that are supporting our success, hyping us up, but we're also going through the transformation of Ashley's room.
We are.
Which
it's a fun journey.
It feels like it's 6 months in the making at this point, but it's not really. It's not that long. And we finally got the wall painted.
I know.
For our OGs, all the people who have seen the first couple episodes, you'll remember from Ashley's wall that we had 3 squares, three squares of color to go through. But anyways, this journey is just going to keep going. Our reactions, Ashley's room, my patience, everything's going to keep going. Everything's going to keep evolving. But you're not here for that. You're here to see JJK.
Yes.
Season 1, episode 6, reaction. And yeah.
Oh my god.
I think we can just get straight into it. What about you? Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, that ice just made my tooth very cold. No, we can get right into it. Huh? An ice? Yeah. No, let's get right into it. I'm ready to go. Ready to see what happens next.
The only thing I think I need to remind you about, and I just remembered this, is that Yuji died in the last episode.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, he
died.
did. Quote unquote.
He's
I
dead.
don't think he's not dead.
He's dead.
He's not.
And then, yeah. Anyways, episode 6. We're going to get started with this one. And we love you guys. Thank you for watching with us.
Oh, that's cool.
許可なく見上げるな。不愉快だ。
小僧。なら降りてこい。見下してやっからよ。
I don't know why that reminded me of like something Mike Ross would say.
Okay, don't hate me. Who's Mike Ross
Oh
again?
my god, Suits!
Oh, right.
Duh.
4 out of 10 show. Wasn't that good.
You have no taste.
I'm just saying. Don't come at me, Suits fans.
You should.
Game of Thrones was better, except for the finale.
Okay, don't kill me. I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Shut up.
1、俺が啓活と唱えたら1分間体を明け渡すこと。2、この約束を忘れること。ダメだ。何が目的か知らねえが気な臭すぎる。今回のことでようやく理解した。
So he's trying to make a deal to bring him back to life?
二度と体は貸さん。
Yeah.
その1分間誰も殺さんし、傷つけんと約束しよう。これは縛り、制約だ。守らねば罰を受けるのは俺。身に余る刺激を貪れば報いを受ける。
This whole concept of binding vows is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna not point out if something is like important or not to like pay attention to, just to give you that more authentic viewing experience with
Okay.
JJK.
今から殺し合って小僧が勝ったら無条件で、俺が勝ったら俺の縛りで生き返る。いいぜ、ボコボコに。
His conditions aren't terrible.
Wait, what? Oh, what did you say?
I was saying that his conditions aren't terrible.
They're not. But did you see how fast
Yeah.
he just killed? Didn't even have a chance.
Okay, so the rules are he can take over the body for 1 minute. He won't kill or hurt anybody during that time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
殺すより封印することに心血を注ぐことをお勧めするよ。
封印？その手立てを。
特級呪物、獄門鏡を使う。
He looks cool. The human guy.
Oh yeah.
すみません店長、俺やめます。はあ？おいちょっと待って。
He'd rather quit than go near that table.
He can't see them, but he can sense them, right?
Yeah. I think we saw his POV. He didn't actually see them.
Yeah.
He just saw like some shadows
Yeah.
like, lurking around.
Oh!
Oh! Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, goodbye.
Okay, run!
Now all of a sudden the guy who just quit is looking like the smartest man in the room.
Oh.
Get out
Why are you crawling? Why are you crawling? You have legs, you can
She's
run.
probably so panicked. She can't even get up. 8 or 9 fingers.
There's how many? 20, right?
Versus 20, yeah. But that's a generous estimate.
Gojo
Oh,
is
no.
white hair guy, right?
Gojo is white hair dude, yes. That's sad.
Okay, so these people aren't very emotional.
なるほど、わからん。そうだね。磁力を電気、術式を家電に例えようか。電気だけじゃ使い勝手悪いでしょ。だから家電に電気を流して様々な効果を得るわけ。今は使えないだけ。そのうち君の体には少ない気が刻まれる。
These references are crazy, by the way. I don't think you know some of them, but
Don't, but I find them funny.
they're like power moves from other anime. This is something I'm also not too familiar with, but it seems like you can initiate cursed energy just off of like a simple negative emotion, not something that has to be as intense as like anger or like hatred or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can just feel a negative, some sort of emotion, have that trigger your cursed energy.
Yeah.
And then it also seems like if you kind of get out of snap or like feel that emotion
Too much.
expanding, then you can still learn to control it so that you're not just full on blowing up with cursed energy. Like you can control the amount that you're outputting. That's what I've gathered from what they've explained so far.
Yeah. But you saw how the one on the left got burnt out. So if you're like too angry, you use up all the energy, like it just flares out.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. And then they had that guy to the right where it's like he's controlling
Yeah.
that anger so that he's not just like exploding with cursed energy and just like I'm guessing exhausting himself
Yeah.
or herself. So yeah.
Then if that's the case, does that mean that what's his name again? Sorry, the angry one, the snappy one?
Megumi.
Megumi. Does that mean that in that encounter with Sukuna, remember?
Mhm.
Remember his little flare went down and Sukuna was like, what the fuck? Does that mean that he was so fucking angry that it just like kind of, twitched off because he was too angry?
Oh, that's a good call out. I have no idea.
And then
I
maybe he
still
had
don't
to
really know.
switch and be like, okay, let me, since I've just used up all my energy, let me talk to Yuji and get
Yeah.
him out of there.
Yeah, wait, okay. So let's backtrack a bit. What I'm trying to remember what emotion he was feeling or what was this whole setup behind that final like attack that he was trying to do. He was like trying to save Yuji from what I remember.
Yeah.
Is that right? He was
Yes.
trying to save Yuji, so he pulled out this like final move or this like attack that he was going to do. And then it just fizzled out. Just completely went up in smoke. And then that's when he switched tactics to just speak to Yuji from the heart.
Mhm.
And it basically worked. But yeah, I'm wondering you might be completely right there where he was just feeling so hyped up or feeling so much of an emotion from his whatever negativity he was feeling that like it just completely
Burned out.
fizzled out. Yeah, that might have honestly just been what happened.
Yeah, because
People in the comments, if you know, let us know if that's actually what's going on or avoid the spoilers, obviously, because even though I've seen and watched JJK, I'm like little things like that. I'm not too sure, but
especially for me.
Maybe Ashley's onto something here. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I wonder because I mean he's pretty like pissy and he comes off as like somebody who doesn't care. I think innately he has a lot of feelings and he just doesn't know what to do with them. So I think he just kind of like stuffs them all the way down. Then if that's the case in that example, like if that's the real reason why his thing fizzled out because he was feeling so much that it just,
Yeah, that might be the case. I wouldn't be surprised if you were completely right there. So, yeah.
Okay. We're good to continue.
That's a great call out, by the way.
Thanks.
まずはその樹害を起こさず映画を一本無傷で見通すこと。これがどんな感情下でも一定の磁力出力を保つ訓練。多すぎても少なすぎてもダメだよ。
So his goal is to stay like neutral?
I think it's to have like just a steady output of cursed energy. Pretty much what you were saying.
Okay.
Without your emotions getting in the way of that output.
Okay.
君、何者?
Oh, damn, I thought they would show more.
Yeah, I thought more was going to happen.
Episode 6.
I liked it.
Thoughts?
Yeah, motherfucker. There was something I wanted to say, and now the train just literally left. I didn't even have time.
It's okay. Maybe we can start from the beginning. What happened in the beginning? I don't remember. Oh, Yuji comes back to
people on
life.
fire. Yeah, Yuji comes back to life.
Or he has this deal with Sukuna that he's making.
Yes.
And Sukuna agrees to heal his heart as long as Yuji agrees to the condition that if he says something, I think it was enchant, then he'll take over Yuji's body for a minute, but he can't harm anybody while he's doing it. And then maybe there's more to it, maybe less, I'm not sure, but that he ends up bringing Yuji back to life. And then I remember. Oh yeah, and then the cafe where the lava dude starts burning people up to a crisp.
Yes, he did burn them to a crisp. Wait, what was it that I was gonna ask? Wait, it's coming back.
He burns them to a crisp,
Huge
and then I'm
uplifting
pretty
song.
sure Yuji starts going through training with Gojo, with what's going on. Oh, and then we get a bit of like an idea of like the cursed spirits' plans, like what they're trying to accomplish.
Yes.
We don't know too much just yet, but I think they started talking about if we want to succeed or accomplish anything, we need to seal Gojo.
Yes.
And they didn't even talk about it in the respect of we're gonna kill this guy to get rid of him. They know that they can't kill him, so they are trying to come up with a way to completely capture him. So we go into a little bit of detail about that, and then I think Yuji starts his training from there. Anything else that I'm missing? And then I think Gojo is like at the end of it, he encounters one of the cursed spirits that they're talking about. So
yeah. Okay, so I guess they're after him. I don't know why he was going where he was going, but I have a feeling that he wants to get some kind of information out of them or knows that they're after him. But I remember some of the comments I was going to say about this. How like Yuji's being trained to kind of, remain in some kind of neutral state. I guess just the comment that I was going to say, it's very reminiscent of, fighting in general. Like when I was training, they'd be like, okay, get mad to bring out the emotion and, hit harder. But during like an actual fight, the worst thing that you can do is get mad or get emotional, because an emotion completely, it's like literally putting blinders on your eyes, and you lose any type of concentration of what you're going to do, and you're just acting out of like pure primal instinct, which is not always the best. So
yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that he's obviously going to come into some pretty intense battles, which is why he needs this kind of training. And I really liked Gojo's analogy about electricity and the tools that you use to use electricity. That was a pretty cool analogy. I liked it.
Yeah. So I think that you bring up an interesting topic. There was one aspect of cursed energy, which is just a direct application of it. You just outpour pure cursed energy, and you can use that as like a bludgeon or like some sort of like weapon, I guess. But then you can apply it through some sort of appliance and get like a unique effect out of it. So through a cursed technique, one of them allows him to twist things. So he twisted that little bottle. I'm assuming, I know already obviously, but there are definitely going to be a number of different cursed techniques or tools that you can use to apply your cursed energy through. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was a really neat analogy too.
And he said that everybody has their own unique tools, right? That you can apply like through some innate talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever one person can use, it's probably specific to them.
Okay.
And yeah, whoever, like Gojo's curse technique will be different from Megumi's and Nobara's and so on and so forth. So
got it.
I think it opens up a whole new world of combat.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to find out what Yuji's is.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave that one as no comment for now. Yeah. I think they'll explain more.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll learn a bit more. But even right now, I'm not remembering exactly what they've covered so far. That I'm just gonna keep my lips sealed on that. But yeah, keep on the lookout for any explanation they might have around that.
Okay. That's it for me as far as anything else that I wanted to talk about. I mean, I think we had a good pause in the middle of the show. Covered some important notes. So I need to kind of, man, I think I'm gonna have to read the manga because there is a lot, and I'm like trying to like catch every single thing. Okay, so obviously an important part. I know you said you weren't going to highlight any important things to keep note of, but I have a feeling this is a very big thing to keep note of what Gojo said, where his dream is to completely restructure. Did he say jujutsu? What is it that he said that he wants to restructure? But he wants to restructure like the hierarchy, right?
I think so. Something along those lines, yeah.
Okay. With that being said, I'm going to assume something happened to him or happened within or just had some kind of experience that made him want to change it. I don't know if that contributes to like his eyes. I don't even know if he's blind. But basically there had to have been a cause and an effect, and the effect is him wanting to restructure, and he's clearly upset about it based off how his hands were like squeezing tight. Okay, cool. So just wanted to make sure I understood that correctly. I feel like I had another question I lost in the midst of reading the subtitles, but okay. So this cursed, I'll just call him a spirit, said that he had about 9 to 10 fingers worth of Sukuna's fingers, right?
So first of all, they are called cursed spirits. So
Okay.
yeah, you're absolutely correct on that. I think when he was asking Geto how strong he was in terms of finger count for Sukuna, and Sukuna's total fingers is 20 because he has 4 arms.
Yeah.
I think they showed that earlier, but he has 20 fingers. And then Geto, the guy with the human guy with those stitches on his head, he was saying by a generous estimate, you would be around 8 through 9 fingers worth of strength. So
okay, so does it mean that he has them?
No, he was basically asking like, how strong am I compared to Sukuna right now? And Geto was saying, if I'm being nice, you're not even half the strength of Sukuna.
Got it.
So
okay,
that's what they were saying.
Now you said Geto and the cursed spirits, they're on a mission to kill Gojo, right?
They're not. So yeah, there was a lot going on when they were talking about this, but what they actually said was, we don't have the strength to kill Gojo, even all of us together. Our best bet, rather than to kill him, is to seal him. So contain him in some way, rather than to kill him.
Okay.
Because killing him is quite literally impossible.
Okay. So is the point of that because Gojo is so focused on killing Sukuna, like, but these cursed spirits and Geto, like, they want to keep Sukuna alive? Like, are they trying to remove any kind of barriers that'll anything that's headed towards Sukuna?
I think that one is more you have to watch to understand. I don't think they've really gone over the cursed spirits' motives just yet.
No, not yet.
They haven't really gone over Gojo's motives as much. The only thing we've got from Gojo is that he wants to restructure the hierarchy as much as so and such, and then he wants to raise up some like-minded allies. And Sukuna, I think we have zero idea what he wants or what he's up to.
Yeah.
So,
which I have a feeling there's going to be some twist and plot twist coming up within this series. But
no comment. But I think those are all great questions, and I'm sure you've already heard. Ashley knows about season 2. Like, she doesn't know specifics, like anything, but she knows that it's an amazing season of anime.
Yes.
And not to take away from season 1. Season 1 is great on its own. We're definitely gonna get through all of them. So yeah, it's good to have all these questions, and they will slowly get answered, or maybe they won't. Who knows? But the only thing we can do is keep watching. So, any other questions?
No, that's it. Again, there was so much information, and they don't always give the context behind it. So for me, I'm like, okay, let me I need to take a pause and like talk about it, because if not, I'm just gonna be lost. So
Yeah, and we were talking about this, I think, in the last episode, how the show really does give a lot of hinters or just like little pieces of information that you wouldn't think is important but could be, or maybe it is important but isn't going to be. It's really hard, and then you end up just having to try to pay attention to everything. So yeah, Ashley is completely new
Yep.
to JJK, so we are going this at a pace that she's comfortable with right now. So thank you
Slow
for
and
bearing
steady.
with us.
Thanks,
Slow and
everybody.
steady. And I'm sure that, honestly, I'm sure that was a lot of people while they were watching this or even rewatching the series, like picking up on things. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just compared to the few other animes that I've seen, I haven't felt like I've had to really stop and piece certain things together, where I feel like kind of what they give you is a little bit more in chronological information. Or not chronological, but enough that you're not super lost to a lot of things, you know? So yeah, this is just the one where I've felt the most lost. But I'm still like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm still very interested in this. Like, my interest is piqued by this show. So we're good.
yeah. We're also only, I think, this is our 6th episode right now.
Mhm.
After we finish this episode, I think we're just about at the quarter mark. So yeah, things are there's gonna be more to be shown. Like we have like at least 18 episodes left after this.
Sweet.
Before season 1's over. So you're definitely gonna get more information. You're gonna get a better understanding as you go along. But again, it really is a lot of information at the end of the day. So I think it's fine to have all these questions. I definitely had some of these questions when I was first watching this. So yeah. We're gonna get right back into it. Yeah, I think now's actually a good point, since we're about a quarter of the way through the show, to get your ideas like and opinions around like what you would rate the show, like what do you think of the show, like genuinely from where we've been up to right now. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It was a little bit slow at the beginning, but I have the patience for like when shows or movies start off slow, so like I don't mind it, you know. But now things are picking up. I like the level of detail, even though it can be confusing. That what's the name of the guy who wrote the anime?
Gege Akutami, I think.
Gege.
Yeah.
Okay. I really like the level of detail that he puts into the story, as like, and just, you know, like I mentioned before, I like all this kind of spiritual topics of conversation and the things that he throws in there, like the mudras, energy in general, because I mean, some of the things that he does, that he is talking about here, is applicable to like energy in real life and certain practices, you know. So I really appreciate the level of detail that he's putting into this story, and it's not just like super action filled, but there's a lot to it, and I'm having fun, you know, finding little bits of like pieces to the story and starting to put things together. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of watching this anime. Like truly, I really like it. So that's why I'm even more excited for season 2, since everybody's like, oh, it's so amazing. So
yeah,
you know, it's gonna get better.
Yeah, I think after maybe like season 1 or after we finish season 2, probably after season 1, and then there's like a little movie in between seasons 1 and 2, we can do a little check-in, because I know you've seen some other animes, Attack on Titan, Death Note, Death Parade, which we still have to finish, by the way, and then I don't know, I think there was another one that you've seen, but like I think it'd be interesting for everybody watching how you would rank JJK compared to those ones that you have seen, because some of them are pretty popular, some of them are pretty good, and a lot of people really love those shows. So I think it'd be interesting to see where JJK stacks amongst that, and then maybe I'll do something like that too. But just curious, good to know. But yeah, I think that's it for us from season 1 episode 6, or just from our JJK reaction so far. We haven't touched on this too much, but I did just want to say, wherever we're at in this YouTube journey, any likes, comments, subscribes, subscriptions that we get are much appreciated. It really helps us keep the channel going. And yeah, thank you all so much for your support. Keep them coming, and we'll see you guys in episode 7.
See ya.
Peace.